नमस्कार साथियों, मैं डॉक्टर लोकेश भाटिया स्वागत करता हूं आपका लोक टॉक चैनल पर। साथियों, आज चर्चा करेंगे एक नए टॉपिक के ऊपर जो है इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस या कहा जाए रेजिलियंस। हाउ टू बी मोर रेजिलियंट एंड द रेजिलियंस मेक्स द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दोज हु गिव अप एंड दोज हु बाउंस बैक। आज इस टॉपिक के ऊपर अपन चर्चा करेंगे साथियों। आमतौर पे हम यही जानते हैं, समझते हैं कि स्पिरिचुअलिटी को स्ट्रेंथन करके ही हम अपनी रेजिलियंस को बढ़ा सकते हैं। ये सत्य है, इसमें कोई दो मत नहीं। टू स्ट्रेंथन योर इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, टू स्ट्रेंथन योर एटीट्यूड ऑफ बाउंसिंग बैक, you need to strengthen your spirituality. Spirituality means believing and practicing with the faith that you are not body, you are soul. And when you practice this thing and your behavior starts reflecting that, that is the time when you become more resilient. Otherwise, when you are in a body consciousness, you always find somebody ahead of you, somebody more richer than you, somebody having more superior position than you, and you always feel more lower and lower. So, in order to feel stable, in order to have emotional equanimity, it is very important that we have strengthened our one single factor, and that is emotional intelligence, or how to become more resilient.
नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर लोकेश भाटिया। सब्सक्राइब करें लोक टॉक्स चैनल को प्रोफेशनल मेडिकल गाइडेंस के लिए, स्पिरिचुअलिटी एंड मेडिटेशन के लिए एंड लाइफ कोचिंग सेशंस के लिए। यह है मेरा व्हाट्सएप नंबर, आप कभी भी संपर्क कर सकते हैं। धन्यवाद।
So, do you have a personal resilience system you use on yourself regularly? Many people don't, and that's why we are often buffeted by circumstances and we could have otherwise sailed through. This particular chapter was authored by David Coppens, and he introduced a concept called positivity currency and described it as the sum of all the things. Means the sum of all the things you do and experience that keep you positive. And this is based on the backdrop that the more positive we are, the more are our chances of surviving tough times. One way to boost your positivity currency is by expressing gratitude for the wonderful things happen to you. Every day we have to have only the attitude of gratitude. In every moment that can be practiced. The moment you get a slightest of the negative thought, the first thing to adopt is the attitude of gratitude. Start expressing gratitude, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you can express gratitude for every possible thing. That my feet are functioning, my circulatory system is functioning, my nervous system is functioning so well, my kidney is functioning so well, my respiratory system is working so well. Every organ can be thanked, and this thanking will bring in brilliant changes, wonderful changes in that particular moment, and you will start feeling positive. So that is what is called positivity currency, and cashing out positivity currency only can combine attitude of gratitude. Second way is to pay attention to thoughts, associations, and events that make you feel positive. This might mean, for instance, getting out of a negative and an abusive relationship, putting an end to the self-condemnation, and forgiving yourself for all the things you did wrong. Third is to keep a journal of positive things. You could use a leather-bound jotter or a digital equivalent. Divide the journal into different categories like family, friends, work, etc. for the ease of documentation. The fourth thing you can do is to increase your positivity currency is to help people around you. Become more excited while helping them. be more enthusiastic for every possible activity in your life. Whenever we are helping others, we definitely increase our positivity currency. There can be another way to increase your positivity currency, and that is by reading biographies of those people who have done excellently well in their life. And while reading those biographies, you can figure out how those people also had tougher times, much tougher than you, and they did excellently well in their life. And that will definitely inspire you for sure. Now, how to become a better feedback receiver? You must have seen many of the organizations, even in our clinics, and many organizations, everywhere there is a system in place to get a feedback. And when we get a positive feedback, although as of now very few people do that. Like I have a habit, whichever restaurant I'm going in and dining, whenever I'm asked to fill up a feedback, I make sure that I will mention 10 points, and out of which at least 9 points should be superbly positive, which will make all the staff of that restaurant more inspiring to them, and they will help. My feedback should help them to grow more better and focus on their jobs, whatever respective jobs they are doing. And that will definitely change. And one negative point, whatever I find in my experience there, I mention it in the last, so that that will be taken care of when I visit next. So this is how the feedback reception by you will definitely help you to become more positive and to grow much better. Truth to be told, some feedback is meant to positively correct the receiver and help them grow, while a few others are plainly destructive. But whatever the case, the receiver has the power to decide how to take that feedback. There are a number of reasons for this. For example, the giver of the feedback might not be competent enough, and the feedback might not be mentioned in the right direction. So you can always choose what to do with that feedback. And if you find that the feedback is not appropriately given, simply discard it or take it in a filter and sort out the good advice you can use to work on yourself. You must have seen many places nowadays wherever we are going to buy anything, we go through a lot of reviews. Majority reviews you find positive, but even out of hundreds of positive reviews, you will find a couple of reviews will be extraordinarily negative, right? Even for doctors also, exceptionally patients do mention very bad negative feedback. That's not good for the patient. Also doesn't get any help by doing such things. But still they do it because a lot of times they are mentally so much disturbed, so much perturbed by the situations that as and when anybody will ask them to give such feedback, they will tend to put a lot of things which are negative in their mind. They try to mention in their feedback, and that can always happen. So one has to think about how to take those feedback mechanisms, right? So some key points I'm giving you for feedback receivers, how to receive such feedbacks. To know your tendencies. If you have been receiving feedback for some time, you will identify a pattern in your reaction to it. What are your average tendencies? Do you accept everything the giver says and think it through later? Do you strike back immediately, or do you defend yourself on the facts? Know your tendencies so you will figure out how best to control yourself. So one can have a short words coaching. Some feedback is evaluative, like ratings on the scale of 0 to 5. Others can be instructive. Both kind of feedbacks are really needed, right? So quantitative and qualitative, both kind of feedbacks will definitely help us to improvise. When in doubt as to whether a feedback is instructive or evaluative, the tendency is to assume our talents and past performances are being judged. Evaluative feedback, and this will always make us pull away. A good trick is to take every feedback as instructive unless stated otherwise. So to conclude and to summarize to what all I have said so far, so all things being equal, we would all have to rebounce or reinvent ourselves at one point or another in our lives. The reason many find it so difficult to get back quickly is that they didn't build resilience when things work fine. So it's very, very important that when you have peaceful times, when you have pleasant times, you must develop ways and means and techniques to learn these things, to practice resilience. As you already know, you don't prepare for battle during the battle, you prepare before it begins. So fill your mind with positivity on a daily basis. Have a dream, a vision for your life that you can risk anything to achieve, and most importantly, have a strong why. These ingredients should strengthen your resilience quotient. So I hope I could bring it a point, a great learning in this talk. Resilience has to be built up. We do not fight our battles every day, but yes, we need to build our resilience every day. So thank you very much for listening to this end of this topic, for this talk, and hope to see you sometime in the next video. All the best. God bless you. If you have been watching me, listening to me for the first time, make sure that you do hit on the subscribe and do not forget to hit on the bell icon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you sometime in the next video. Bye-bye.